in the process. Really nice job keeping this opening drive of the game alive as they're really trying to start this game on a high note.
On first down, it's Love. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. So second down, and they'll run it. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. On second down, it's Williams. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Marquise Bell up to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Off play action. Here's Williams. And this will be incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. 3rd down coming up.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Now the return. Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return going. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. This drive will start on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. From the gun, it's Love. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Cowboys.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On second down, Love. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after. Third and 6.
79 Broncos.
To throw is Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll take a shot with Mims. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running back, there is a lot of space open underneath. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
He's got his tight end, Kittle. A pickup there of 13. First down, Broncos.
First down, Denver.
Mims sent in motion here. Throw it again. It's Williams. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really two types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. He connects with Mims. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
And he's going to take this all the way home. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Broncos.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They'll begin here on the ground. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Love. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt a pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
They'll go play action here with Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
3rd and long. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. Got it into the hands of Mims. So Jim Harbaugh will make the move for the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. His kick is good. And the Broncos will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This taken just shy of the goal line. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Sending a receiver right. "12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. Handoff here, up the middle, and a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I, back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They send him right out of the slot. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's 1st down, and they'll run. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60. Panther 11, Panther 11.
A 2nd down throw for Love. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, 3 to go.
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Sly's kick is good. And the Cowboys will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready up.
1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Denver. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set. 79 Broncos. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Ready?
Now Love. Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go, Rig, go. Street.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
So now this to get him back to even heading into the break. He's got it. And the Cowboys will come back to tie things at 17. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And that one will not be returned over the back line of the end zone, so the offense will get the ball at a decent spot, the 30-yard line. So Kittle comes in motion. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
19 tight, 19 tight. Set the lead. 18, right here. Buffalo 18. Take go.
Here's Williams on first and 10. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
That's clinic tape here by the receiver. He identifies quickly it's man coverage, and you've got a go route. You've got to stack that defender. Get on top of him and make him play through your body to contest the throw. This ball's thrown with better accuracy. Not only is it a big completion, but he's got a chance to take this thing the distance.
Go.
Out of the pistol, it's Pacheco. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Once again, it's Pacheco. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
On first and 10, it's Williams. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Here's second and 3 to go. Here's a run going left. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
Here we go.
Now Williams. hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Denver. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Set. Track at 60. Set. Hut, hut.
We'll go play action with Love. In trouble, and down he goes.
Set. Let's go. 70
A
Lions.
loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
3rd and long.
Go, Chap. Let's go. Street. Trap 60. Check go.
From the gun, it's Love. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs,
And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Well, they get the running back out of the backfield, and Greg, we find him in the end zone, a touchdown pass.
Mike, we call those short throw, long run. It's every quarterback's dream. He's able to get the ball out of his hand to his intended target, and in this case, this guy, he does the rest.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, and it'll go down as a loss of 2.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A tight end in motion now. Williams to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this complete to Pacheco.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and That is a handful for any defense.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Set. Cougar 19. Panther 11.
Off play action. Here's Williams. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
The Broncos bringing out their punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready? Warrior 70. Lions.
On 1st down, it's Love. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They send a receiver in motion left. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. He is in. Touchdown, Cowboys. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Open man downfield is Kittle. That one good for 26 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Here's Pacheco. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line That's a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action here with Williams. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what will be... A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go. 18 rattle.
To throw is Williams. That's dropped off for Pacheco. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. This throw left side caught by Kittle. And he will have the 1st down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down. So Kittle comes in motion. He's got his big tight end. George Kittle. Touchdown, Broncos. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Look wide. Get this one complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Come on. Set. Ready.
On the ground, it's Lewis. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Check. Let go.
Here's Lewis. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Hurt. Come 19. Go.
A 2nd down throw for Love. Now a shot here, deep middle. This is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. A short one there, caught by Kittle. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Williams. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Denver first down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Here comes 2nd down. Two minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. It is 2nd down and 5. So Kittle comes in motion. They'll drop to throw. That ball intercepted. That's into the hands of T.J. Watt. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run here. Room to run past midfield. He's got another one. Touchdown, Dallas. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. Sly now for the point after. He knocks it through. The Cowboys will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. And check smash. Check smash.
Williams. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Let's go.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left.
Go.
It's 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Second and 6 coming up.
Here we go. Set.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. Got a man left side, it's caught. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Broncos.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best 1st down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. That is hauled in at the 5. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
Now, 1st and goal.
Ready.
They try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal.
Buffalo 18. Street. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60.
Williams to the air once more. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for two, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it two-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
And now they're going to go for two and a possible win, and the crowd rising to make this even more difficult. So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth as the kickoff comes. A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Check. Hurt. Ready?
To throw is Love. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That is caught. And he's going to go all the way. Oh, not some late magic. They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
What a game this has been. It hangs in the balance until the very end, yet somehow they get a touchdown here late, Mike, and it looks like they're going to be able to pull this one out in the final seconds of the game.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will go up by 7. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.